evening, everybody. Can everybody hear and see us on the stream? What is that about pie nipples? What did I just walk into?
You really want to know?
I do want to know. It's Devil Dog. All right, so they can hear us because Devil Dog's giving me the old hard time here. Give me a yes, people. I don't want to talk if I don't have to. Yes, thank you. Awesome. All right, everybody, welcome to the long-awaited return to the session. We had a week off hiatus due to Mother's Day last week, and we left off on one hell of a cliffhanger. But before we get into the action, I want to show off and talk about this brand new overlay and extension that we've got going on here that was created by one of our community members, Amai. She put some hard work into this and a lot of hours the last couple days. We've been going back and scheming back and forth that we were going to debut this on the stream. So she built this this extension for all the DMs to use in Portal's Reach. We've got a beautiful image in the back where the portal there. If you notice, the dice tower is a portal itself. And you can't see the buttons on my screen, but the buttons on the right-hand side of Fantasy Grounds are all little portals as well. She's customized all of it. It looks amazing. So I want to give a huge shout out to her for the amazing work. Awesome, awesome, awesome extension that she put together for us. We have an amazing community of folks here already. Also, in the top, where is it? Left-hand corner, we have a Portal's Reach logo now, which looks pretty damn slick, if you ask me. So that'll now be on all the streams. Yeah, new logo. That's right. That's right, Duff. Switched it up. I got this extension even before you, Duff. I'll share it with you after the session. But yeah, it looks amazing, am I? So we'll do a little bit of a recap here because, like I said, it's been a couple weeks since we played last. Pardon me. We kicked things off right where we left off with the last sort of adventure. Our heroes. Yes, and the more things you're in the dark on, there's so many you don't know about, Def. We'll get you up to speed. We left off right where the last one picked up right where the last one left off. Oh boy. Where our adventurers were leaving the crypt, they found an NPC that they had made friends with. Don Mistwalker was slaughtered and killed. They followed some bloody tracks through the woods, which led to some gnolls that were attacking a bear. So they jumped in to help this bear against the gnolls that had slain their friend. And in the course of the battle, they discovered that the bear was actually a shapeshifter. Let's bring up a picture of, by the name of Sinmala, who claims to be some sort of resident of this world. She's not originally from here. Her people aren't from here, but she's lived here, and so has her family as far back as she can remember. So this is sort of the first strange alien race that we've encountered so far in Portal's Reach. And what she did for their help is she brought them back to her little hovel, her little shack in the woods, where she took them in, she fed them, they got a good night's rest, and they also met another fellow who's made his way through the portal, and that was a guy by the name of Wilhelm Beck, who she had rescued in the forest a week or two previous. And this guy has a bit of a weird phobia of birds. So things have gotten a little interesting whenever a bird comes nearby. He gets a little skittish and a little freaked out. But he's joined our adventurers and hoping to make his way back to the portal with them if they make it out of this situation that they're in.
Don't forget about Ghost Dad.
We're not a Ghost Dad yet. Ghost Dad's coming up. Combat Tracker is not up yet there, Devil Dog. I didn't want to cover up Amai's work here. so I have the map and the tracker all down. Hey, congratulations on winning a cantrip candle. That's cool. So you guys met up with Wilhelm Beck, and while you were at Simala's house, she revealed that the gnolls that had attacked her had been making their way into the woods and just ravaging everything in sight, killing every animal that they see, bloodthirsty, just ruining the wildlife, the woods, the plants, everything, and just tainting the woods themselves. And she revealed that her father, who is a ghost and talks to her all the time, but nobody else can see or hear him, pinpointed that the thing that they believe is driving these gnolls so crazy is an ancient shrine located deep in the woods. And she asked if you'd be willing to go to the shrine and smash it to do away with these gnolls and protect and save essentially her home in these woods. Sorry, I keep looking at chat and getting distracted. So you guys all agreed to do that. And it was at that time that Simala's father, aka Ghost Dad. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chezin. Chersin? If I pronounced your name wrong, I'm so sorry. For the bit. That is when Ghost Dad himself appeared, and her father materialized, and he was the one who was going to take our players on the journey towards this this shrine in the woods. When they set out on their adventure, they had just finished a long rest, and it was nighttime when they sat down for the rest. When they awoke the next day, it was still night, and they couldn't figure out what exactly was going on, but something was definitely off at this point. But they decided to take off and follow old Ghost Dad to this shrine. And along the way, they encountered some little beings, some little darklings that were dragging a gnoll's body across the road and kind of muttering and fighting amongst themselves. And the party was a little hesitant at approaching these guys. They kind of surrounded them first to take the brute force approach, but I believe it was Cathra and Baracus that just kind of went out there and talked to them. Is that correct, guys?
I believe so, yep.
Yes.
And, yeah, you guys had like a little parlay with them. They weren't there to hurt you. You weren't there to hurt them. They did mention, though, that they were aware of what you were doing, your quest, which was a little odd, but you guys continued on through the night or day, whatever it really is. And you came across a crossroads at that point. And at the crossroads appeared a ghostly figure along with two ghostly dogs. And he told you that he was also aware of your journey and asked you to take the path leading away from the shrine. And at this point, it hit the fan because our paladin Cathra was like, hey, we've got evil undead here. This thing cannot remain in this plane. So she charged in there in battle, and the group followed along. Cathra is now face down in the dirt and has failed her first death save, and we're picking up on round 4 of combat as we start this. So we have a bit of a cliffhanger here. I apologize to everybody who's new and just tuning in for the first time that we're picking up in the middle of something, but it was getting a little late. It was a good cliffhanger, and we're going to pick up here at the top of round 4. Let me get the combat tracker open, and we'll get the map going as well. These guys have been plotting and scheming for the last 2 weeks on how they're going to pick this up. They've got a plan on how to turn it around. All right. I just shared the map with all of you guys. Are you able to, do you see it?
Hear that, Malrin? We actually have a plan.
We have a plan?
I thought so.
Oh, let's get some battle music going here.
Who's got the plan?
Let's not die.
Ah, good plan.
Says the one who's face down in the dirt.
Details.
I think the Shadow Mastiff has the ultimate plan.
Would you say it's dim or dark?
It is dark. It is like nighttime dark.
Very good. Very good.
Malrin's got a plan. All right, so Malrin, you're first up. This is top of round 3. Sorry, I said 4. You are the first to act. What would you like to do?
All right, Malrin has in previous rounds invoked his Blade Dancer song and called his Shadow Blade. And now he will step forward 5 feet to here, or 10 feet to here.
Okay. I don't know what is roaring there. We're just gonna change.
Is that
the
a
noise.
truck?
Yeah, right. Let's
And he is-
let's change up our sounds we got going here.
And he will hurtle his Shadow Blade at.
Devil Dog says, "I hope Cathra has something interesting to put on the wall of the fallen." So do I. You'll be the first one.
Although tempting, I'd still like to live.
That's fair ask, I guess. There we go. There's some appropriate music.
Here's the attack.
Ouch.
Got a hit.
That is a hit. 23. That definitely hits. All right.
All right.
You dash
Shadow
up and
Blade
use your
flies
shadow
from
blade.
Malrin's hand and
Yep.
strikes. The right. 13 points and flies back into his hand.
Cool. Shadow blade
And-
flies towards the white and slams into him.
And he will step back 10 feet.
As Malrin always does. Is that it for your turn?
Yes.
All right, Sand. Sand has been bragging to me the last 2 weeks that he's got something up his sleeves and it's going to come down to one roll. But he hasn't told me what it is. But he says it's a game changer. So this is it, Sand. This is your chance to pull it off and save the day with this one roll. Sand, push to talk.
So, Matt, I've got a.
You're breaking up there, buddy.
One chance. Or Katie,
You're breaking up horribly, Sand. I'm hearing like every second syllable.
Sand, on your turn, you may want to switch off push to talk and just talk normally.
is that better?
Yep, there we go. Perfect.
I was.
Oh. We lost you again.
Just asked me if
Yes.
my.
We're getting just pieces, Sand. I'm sorry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the music. I don't know if that's affecting what you got going on. See if that's any better.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
I was asking if I could cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter and then use Mage Hands as my cunning action. Am I capable of that?
Oh, you're asking all these tough questions now. Cunning action. Well, Mage Hands is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah, I can use.
I'm going into your character sheet now, Sand. Let's see. Mage Hands. Nope, that is an action. Mage Hand.
Yeah, cunning action can't be used to cast a cantrip, I don't believe.
No, I don't believe so as well. So that's 2 spells you're trying to cast. You can cast 2 spells in a turn if one of them is a bonus action.
Or if you're a sorcerer using spell points.
That as well, yes.
Yes, it is a cantrip.
Okay, amazing.
So the white successfully saved.
All right. Hello. Okay, that is not. I'm going to
You're breaking up, but I gathered that is not what you were hoping to happen.
It is not.
Okay. Ask your wife for some tech support on the fly here.
Yeah, Sand, what I might recommend is if you have a mute button on your headset, put your Discord on full and then just use your mute button to turn your mic off. Push to talk may be affecting you. It does me anyways.
It's a good pro tip.
I don't know. May not work.
Chat-
Don't give me any credit yet.
Chat is saying it sounds like you're having some Discord issues. You're going all Mr. Roboto on us. Could be Discord. There was that update this week and I think an update last week. Did you want to do anything else on your round? Did you want to move at all, Sand?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Get this music going again. Shadow Mastiff 1. Cathra in front of him. Let's die here and see who we want. Cathra's down on the ground. Shadow Mastiff 1 gets sand in his sights. And goes straight for sand. But that also gets Baracus an attack of opportunity as it does so. So why don't you go ahead and roll that for me, Baracus, as the Shadow Mastiff speeds towards sand. Baracus? Can you hear me? Don't tell me I lost you too. And he's AFK for a second. Alright, so we will jump back to him with his attack of opportunity. In the meantime, Sand, you are getting targeted by the Shadow Mastiff. And
Perfect. Do I sound better?
you're not breaking up. You don't sound fantastic, but you're not breaking up. All right, so the Shadow Mastiff barrels towards you and bites at your midsection and sinks its teeth into you, hitting you for 10 damage. Kaladar. All right, buddy. You got the white and a Shadow Mastiff on either side of you, and you just watched one of your comrades go down. What do you got for me?
I think I want to go after the white.
Okay.
So I will attack the white with both my longsword and my battle axe.
Hey, that is a hit. And another hit. Let's see some damage. Take this guy down. He's hurting. Malrin's Shadow Blade. Put him on the ropes. Alright, so you swing with your longsword and you swing with your battle axe. Both of them connect. And even though it's going through this spectral being, you can tell it's being damaged. You're hurting it. And you see him cringe with each attack. And you can tell that he's on the ropes. He is hurting bad. So we're going to jump back to Baracus, who's now back with us. Baracus, you get an attack of opportunity against Shadow Mastiff 1.
But why though?
Because it ran next to you to attack Sand.
Isn't it within 5 feet of me the entire time? It
No.
entered and then didn't leave my threat range?
Correct.
I do not believe I could an attack
Alright.
of opportunity then.
Alright, don't take it then. I'm fine with that.
Rules are rules.
I'm okay with it. All right, then we're going to Wilhelm. Where is it? Can't find my Wilhelm scream when I need it. Wilhelm's up, and he's going to continue fighting the Shadow Mastiff that's right in front of him with his longsword. He swings, and it connects. And he's attacking with both hands, trying to do as much damage as he can to this thing to help his new comrades out. There we go, and Fantasy Grounds is being slow and sinks the sword, brings it down onto the Shadow Mastiff, and it lets out a yelp. The White is in rough shape. The White is on the ropes, and he's not happy. He's not happy at all. He looks to you, Kaladar, after you attacked him with both of those, with the longsword and the battle axe, and he looks at you, and he has this evil grin on his face. And you see him hold out his hand, and this like essence starts like leaving his hand and going towards your body and surrounding you. But you seem to be unaffected by it. Your iron constitution seems to have resisted whatever it was trying to do to you.
I guess being Goliath has occasional bonuses.
That and like, just shooing away damage whenever I do it to you.
It helps.
Let's see here. Who does my Shadow Mastiff? He's got two targets right in front of him. Who are we going to go for? He's going for Wilhelm. So Wilhelm brought his sword down on the old puppy. So he's going to bite back. It's a hit. It's a hell of a hit. And so it lunges at Wilhelm and connects. And Wilhelm is so taken by the blow that he falls backwards onto his rear end, and he's down on the ground right now. Baracus, you got a puppy right next to you, and you got the White in front of you. What was that drop
I
in the
need to
bucket?
rescue my friend, so this pupper's gonna have to wait.
Oh, the dog's gonna get attack of opportunity on you then?
Yep,
You're cool with that?
absolutely.
Shadow Mastiff 1. On target sand. Do a little bite on you. Music is pretty. So he manages to get your ankle as you're going by.
Silly dog.
Sinks his teeth in, and you successfully avoided being knocked prone, because this could have ruined whatever you had up your sleeve. So it lunges at you, sinks its teeth into your Achilles heel, and you kind of shake it off and keep going. You're a man on a mission. You're gonna go help your friend. All right, so let's jump back to you now.
And I'm going to use the ability Healing Hands, which allows me, as an action, I can touch a creature, which could move me over to where she is.
I'm assuming you went up and around the White. You're not gonna run right past him in your way there.
I can touch a creature, and they can regain a number of hit points equal to my level. So, 3.
Okay. And it's just automatic? There's no roll or anything? It's just you touch them and they gain
3
hit points equal to your
That's it.
level.
The long rest ability, so I
Catherine,
used it.
You're up. You're up and at 0 hit points then.
Baracus, I appreciate it greatly.
They probably won't give me my wings back.
Is it? Oh, they're healed 3. So she's at 3 hit points. Okay.
Yeah, she said.
And that's it. That's your action, your move.
That's it.
Okay. So Kathra, you're not unconscious anymore. Let's turn that off. Remove that effect from you because you're lying there and you're hearing voices. You believe it's your god. You're ready. You're prepared to make that that sacrifice. And all of a sudden,
I think you did that backwards.
What's that?
Her HP and everything. I think that's backwards.
Oh, 3 left. Yeah, 3 off. So all of a sudden your eyes open up and you look up and you're staring at Baracus, and you have life in you once again. What would you like to do? You're lying on the ground right now, so you're prone.
So can I stand up?
You can.
All right, so I stand up. I send a welcoming smile to my friend Baracus, and I yell, "Heathens of the dark, hear my words. Feel the wrath of Tyr's champion." And I pull out, and I reach to the sky, and I call down Tyr, and I say, "Grant me my channel divinity."
All right. Your prayers are answered by Tyr.
So as I choose to use my conquering presence, which each fiend that I see within 30 feet of me has to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, they are petrified of me and cannot come within 30 feet.
Okay, what's my DC on that? What's your spell DC?
I don't know.
Look on your character
Where-
sheet.
Where would I look?
There we go. Save DC 8 plus base. You set it up at the time of character creation.
It's probably 8 plus your whatever your casting
Wisdom.
Which is
stat is
charisma.
plus your proficiency.
It's not just, sorry, Devil Dog. It's not just a fiend. It's any creature. She's calling them fiends. I'm reading it right here on her character sheet. Choice. You force each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw. So, 8 plus, let's see here.
It's 12.
Hey, well, let's make some wisdom saves. I rolled it twice, but he passed that first one, which was official. 10, 15, 20. Okay, so both Shadow Mastiffs are in range also. First one passes, and the second one fails. So Shadow Mastiff 1 failed. And I'm sorry, what is the consequence now for failing?
So they can't come within 30 feet of me.
Gotcha.
'Cause
Okay.
they're afraid of me.
Okay.
Wish I had a
It's-
ruler.
It's going. Yeah, I'm counting right now on my screen. It's going to run away from you because it's definitely within 30 feet of you. Cool. All right. Too bad it didn't affect the white.
I agree. Can I move?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you're not adjacent to any bad guys
Half
right
your
now.
speed though. You had to get up from prone.
Yeah, you were prone, knocked on your arse. I see 20 on there. Isn't your movement only like 25 as a dwarf?
Yes, I'm having difficulties. Leave me be.
Are you testing me?
Yes, I am.
There you go. We'll go with that. All right. So you move back there. Top of the 4th, Malrin.
All right. Malrin steps forward again. And hurls his blade once again.
Get him.
You didn't affect.
Yep.
There we go.
Is that a hit?
That's a hit.
All right. The Shadow Blade flies from his hand, striking him. Oh.
Damn.
All right.
Still not dead. That's
It's
16 more.
still
Whoa.
not dead, but it slams into it. And again, you see him shudder, visibly shaken by your attacks. And he peers over at you and grimaces.
Got his attention, huh?
That's right.
All right. We'll go ahead and
Scurry back up your tree.
we'll go ahead and finish our move. Let's see here. Go back to there. All right.
Okay, Sand, you are face to face the doggy. Oh, you know what? When you cast that, Catherine, that was instantaneous, wasn't so... No, we have to wait till the dog's turn. No, wait till the dog's turn. Sorry, I'm just thinking of your spirit thing. He'll run away 30 feet on his turn. Which is right after Sand.
So I'm going to attack it with my 2 daggers, and then I'm going to disengage it and move up towards
Yes.
Brackus and them.
Yes, that you can do, Mr. Rogie Rogue. Talk about trolls balls going on in the chat. At least it's not Sunday Punday. All right, you hit it with dagger. Slam your blade into the puppy. Let's set a. Arr! And the stream also says you sound like a billion times better, Sand.
Thank you. I've been working with it.
And this if you go that way, the doggy's gonna get an attack on you. You're cool with that?
That's what
I'm-
the cunning
I'm
action's for.
disengaged.
Oh, right.
Engaging.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Duh. I'm testing you, Sand. Oh, you're waiting for the perfect moment. It was all about the bear last time. We haven't had that opportunity yet. Okay, so Shadow Mastiff, 30 feet, Cathra. Oh, but you moved away from me now. It moves there. Oh, actually, you can go over here. Hello, Kaladar and Wilhelm. Oh, we can move it.
Oh, that puts it in the.
I
30
know.
feet.
I know. I'm kidding. Trying to kill you guys, remember? Oh, it can still get to Wilhelm. All right, so it's
Lucky
right.
guy.
Lucky. Show you a tower rule.
Or
Here you go.
Wilhelm.
This is just for you, Duff. See how it lights up? Do you see what I did? Isn't that cool? All right, so the dog is cowering. It's cowering and it's slinking away from Catherine. It's looking at her the whole time, but it won't break eye contact, but it won't go near her. And it makes its way over to Wilhelm. And it's gonna chomp on him, but misses. It's so distracted by your presence, Cathra, that it's constantly looking at you, and it goes to bite Wilhelm, and he just sidesteps out of the way. Get out of here, puppy. Kaladar. Surrounded, almost on all sides. Cannons to the left of me. Cannons to the right.
I gotta go after the white again.
Okay. The first one's a miss. The second one's a miss. Do you have any other tricks up your sleeve, Kaladar?
I think so. Just give me one moment.
Okay. I think you do too. That's why I ask. Are you surprised, Duff? It's pretty damn cool, isn't it?
I'm going to use Action Surge to attack the white one more time.
Yes. All right. Do it. Oh.
Hey, all right.
And that's why you
Nice work.
Nicely done. All right, come on. Show this thing who's boss. Take it out. All right. It is so close to death. Go ahead and describe your critical hit for me. After you have 2 misses and you come back, what was it, your longsword, and you connect, describe this for us. It's not a killing blow, but this is some fancy fighting going on here.
Swinging the battle axe left, and then the longsword right, and then coming across directly at its midsection. My longsword bites deep into it.
So cool. That was a very good use. Wilhelm. Oh, he's got dogs all around him. He's gonna gauge the new puppy who's wandered over his way. He doesn't like that he's pinched between 2 shadow mastiffs.
Is he going to develop a fear of dogs now?
Maybe. Oh, good character development stuff. Thank you. Ghost dogs only, though, right? So he brings his longsword around and swings and connects on the dog, and it lets out another little yelp. The white is up, and he is not happy. Kaladar, he's looking at you, and again, you see him hold out his hand, and this mist comes from it and starts to surround you. This time you're affected by it. Let's see what we got going on here. So he's using life drain against you. So you're enveloped by this white mist. It goes through your nostrils, into your ears, through your mouth, and just you breathe it in and inhale. And then you see it leave your body and go back towards him. So it hits you for damage. 5 damage, not so bad. But then you gotta make a constitution save, which you nailed. So really, you just took some necrotic damage. It ain't that bad.
I've been hit worse.
Here are the puns. They've started now with the white. If you, just to let you know, if you'd failed that, you would have permanently lost your hit points equal to the damage that he did to you. Until you had a long rest again. So it kind of sucks. Puppy number 2. He's got 2 options here. But he's still going after Wilhelm. He's watching Wilhelm beat up on his little puppy buddy. But Wilhelm, he's just like dancing. He's breakdancing on the spot and just avoiding these dogs at every opportunity. Baracus, we're back to you and your custom sounds that happen whenever I click on your...
Me or the white.
Yeah, click on either of you on the combat tracker. White, don't look white. Alright, you hit it with your longsword. Longsword? Using spells. Alright. Describe the killing blow on the white for us.
His head is now missing.
That's where his head once was is now gone, and he fades away into the night. Oh, that white should have run on his turn. Oh well, you're killing it. Kathra, you're up.
Why would the white run?
Because it's within that 30 feet around Kathra.
He passed that.
Thank you. My god. It's been a long 2 days. We, cast here. Your wounds. Decided to take our toddler out of his crib and into a bed the last 2 days. It's not been fun. Sleep, not a thing. So, thanks for putting up with me and my craziness.
Oh, you're fine, dude.
All right,
So
Kath.
good. It only happened for what, another couple of years?
Yeah, right.
3 more years, man. 3 more years. And
You know
then
that,
might
and-
be able to get
and the-
some sleep.
And the newborn, you know, it's just sleep's just not just not a thing.
If you don't do it again.
Yeah, right.
Did you learn your lesson yet?
I've learned my lesson. Never again. Kathra, you've healed yourself. Did you want to do anything else? Did you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'm going to move.
Okay.
Show us that you're alive.
Sorry, I just looked over at chat. Let's go. Wait. All right. I don't know if
Here's
anybody else
your
is
second-
watching chat over there. All right. So you moved up to Baracus.
So will that engulf Wilhelm then?
Yes, that will move it down a square. Ugh. There we go. Sorry, I'm watching chat here also. These guys are hilarious. Top of the 5th, Malrin, come on. Mr. Run
right.
in, take a pot shot, run away.
Question: how are you counting diagonal moves? Is that 5 feet or 7.5?
The first one is 5, the next one's 10, the one after that's 5, the next one's 10.
All right, so
So
15.
on, so on.
All right. So this gets me. All right, so that's 25. It counted it out for me. Go ahead and move there. And I will pop off a sword, or pop off the shadow blade.
Malrin has too many buffs, please nerf.
Yeah. No, Malrin, what is this? Here. It's the guy that runs into a tree every time there's combat. Oh, another 20.
Boom.
Just describe the killing blow for us, Malrin.
All right, Malrin runs up, whips the sword, and it goes right through the dog's mouth and out the back of its head, and it just drops like a sack of potatoes. The sword vanishes and reappears in Malrin's hand.
And when the dog hits the ground, it fades into a mist into the night.
So Malrin, did you figure out the ultimate question? Was it a good boy?
Bad dog.
Sand, old buddy, what do you got up your sleeve?
I'm just gonna. Sure.
Okay. Short bow attack. All right, that's a hit. Roll me your damage. The arrow flies towards the dog and slams into it, and then falls to
I
the
get
ground
an extra 6 because it's beside what's his face, right?
beside Wilhelm. Yep. Go ahead and roll me a d6, and I can drop the damage onto him for you. That's Shadow Mastiff 1. Who is actually up next? Well, he's got to flee because Catherine took a step further. And that's the edge of where he can stand, but that means that Wilhelm gets an attack of opportunity on him.
Did he willingly move?
He has to flee from Cathra.
He's afraid of me.
But he can make a withdraw move.
Oh, he can
He's not
disengage.
attacking.
You're right. Thank you. He can disengage as his action.
But would he actually disengage if he's trying to flee from Cathra?
It's the only thing he's doing.
So he backs away, snarling and looking angrily at the dwarf.
And he's on the edge of where he can stand. He's snarling at Wilhelm. Just
Catherine,
out of
how
his
long
grasp.
does that affect for you?
So sand, I looked it up for you. You actually get a 2d6 for your sneak attack damage now, as of 3rd level.
Sand, you're selling yourself short, buddy.
No pun
Sorry,
intended.
that broke up. How much do I get?
2d6.
And Matt landed a great pun. You're selling yourself short. And, you know, you're 3 feet tall.
Gotta keep it going. That thing's supposed to be getting a save every round, too. But that's okay.
Whoops. We play by the rules here.
It's all good.
Half
You,
the time.
you guys are dispatching these things, no problem. So, he ran away, but let's make a save. Ooh, he failed with a natural 1 anyways, so what does it matter? Kaladar! You want to chase after the puppy?
So both the white and the one shadow mastiff are gone, right? Because they're still on the
Affirmative.
map.
Affirmative.
Yeah, when you see that white circle.
You mean the white circle and the white?
Yep.
That one.
Just check it. Yeah, he's white. I mean, right.
I will take a shot at the mastiff with my crossbow.
Okay. You don't want to get too close after that natural 20. You hit it. It passes right through him, but it slows down as it goes through his body. You can tell that it hurts it. Did you want to move at all?
No, I'm good where I am for now.
Okay. Wilhelm's like, you guys are babies. You're acting like it's a bird or something. Come on, let's finish this thing off. We dispatch the other things, no problem. And he moves right in there and swings his longsword at Shadow Mastiff 1. And after boasting, and you know, that he's so great and you guys are wimps, completely whiffs and misses. Baracus, you're up.
I think I need to get rid of that just now. It's like,
Chat, should have named yourself Mel Run instead. I just saw that. Kind of funny. It's kind of true.
I missed.
It's a miss.
Afra, get it.
Oh, come on, Cathra. Is this like payback? Being taken down earlier? It points this thing
Remember
out.
to stomp on the white's corpse as you pass through.
25 feet.
Absolutely.
Gets you just there to be face to face with the dog. Remember, the dog's gonna try and run on its next turn too. So you're just like forcing this thing away from you. You hit it. You bring your warhammer down on the dog.
So with this, again, I look to the sky and I'm like, "Tyr, hear my prayers," and I bring down my warhammer and I'm going to invoke divine smite.
Divine
Get smote.
smite. Deal
You have
radiant
damage
damage to the
to that?
target in addition to the weapon's damage, an extra damage of 2d8 for a first level spell slot. Okay. So roll me your damage. 7 so far, and now roll me 2d8. Or roll it on the dog. I think is that what you do on your funky Mac? Smite the puppy. Right. Oh, this is not your night for damage.
It is not.
So I don't think she gets the +6 though.
Yeah, it's 1 and 4.
Yeah, it's 5 damage.
Yes.
All right, 5 more damage on puppy dog. So you charge
And
over.
isn't it? Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
What were you asking?
Isn't it radiant damage on a smite, not your
That
normal?
is correct.
Hey,
But
guys.
it goes off of the weapon that I use, the melee weapon that I use.
So yeah, they would not be. There should be an effect under that spell. That's the damage where you want to roll and drop it because it'll type it as radiant, and that would have bypassed the damage resistance.
So smart. Okay, hold on a second.
So, is your first attack, like your regular attack has it as well?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Or is it just the... Let's see here. I'm bringing up the description. You hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target, in addition to the weapon's damage. So the extra damage is radiant, but not your melee attack.
That's correct.
Okay.
So I believe the partially resisted shouldn't apply.
No.
Should just be straight up.
Yeah.
Right, but there was also an extra +12 damage done.
Right, so we
should
need to
not
undo,
apply.
because it was really 2 damage at the end of it.
Yes, that would be correct. So which button do I push in order to make the effect for the spell versus the weapon?
Drop the effect onto your character sheet, and it should populate in your actions tab.
And if you're like crunched for time or something, go ahead and next time just grab a.
That's right, Lady
See
Bang
at the
Fang.
bottom, you see the D8s down there.
She's
Or
effect.
D8 burn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Right,
Sorry, everyone.
if you just drop the 2d8, then that will not type the damage, and you can just have it applied to the dog.
Okay. Fair enough.
You guys are so helpful. You're so nice, all of you.
Well, you know what? This game is freaking complex.
Not as
I play
complex
twice a week, and I can't keep
as
track of it.
Pathfinder. All right, Mike, Malrin, you're up.
All right, let's go get that doggy. So,
Malrin's just gonna kill Steel.
oh yeah, he's gonna come up to here.
To be fair, I did steal the weight from him.
You did. I
Yeah,
was
that's true. That's
clocking
true.
nice damage. Although I got some help from Kaladar, so he was definitely plugging it. Yep.
Come on, 2 20s in one combat for you alone.
There we go. Got him.
All right, you hit him, but he's still kicking that puppy dog.
Oh, really? I
Chat.
thought.
That actually makes it his third.
Oh, status dying. Sorry, my chat was off the screen. All right.
I don't understand though, because he's yellow.
Yeah, I still have my cursor on his hit points. So go ahead and describe the kill for me.
All right, so this one, the blade, he throws it and it spins in the air and cuts him right through the midriff and hacks him, and he doesn't cleave him in half, but it's big enough that it rips him almost in half, and he just collapses into the ground and then turns to mist.
Very cool.
Oof.
All right. So before this crazy encounter happened, you were told to go, if you're looking at this straight up, to go to the path to the right and just disregard your journey. And Ghost Dad is sitting on the path to the left, waiting for you to continue on.
Meanwhile, all of us run up to Kathra and point out our boo-boos.
We know you just almost died there, but can you please heal us?
Exactly.
I was really hoping someone was going to die.
Who wants to
I'm
hold
not
my hand?
You're what?
Who's actually like hurt?
Kathra.
I
Just
guess you're
me.
holding your own hand.
No, Baracus, you're in pretty rough shape. And Sans almost half hit points.
I'm a little beaten up.
Catherine
worth
should probably
half.
touch herself first. Yeah.
Can we take
There's
like a
great debate on whether or not I can touch myself. Some say that lay on hands will work, but others say that it has to be somebody else other than themselves. So
Well,
Matt, how do you
can't do
rule?
it. Catherine, you can't do it if you're Catholic. We know that for sure. But
Oh.
Oh.
is that a foul?
man. Yeah.
So this is
Flag
how
on the
You can, you
US
just
rules
have
it.
to repent.
You can.
Yeah, you can. You can touch a creature and you can heal them. You are a creature.
I have a question, Matt. Can we take like
Thank you,
a
Devil Dog.
15-minute short rest?
A 15-minute short rest. Why would you want to do a 15-minute short rest? So you can get
So
some
it's
of
like
your
the
spells
bare
back?
minimum of short rest in D&D.
And you want a short rest to get some of your stuff back?
Coffee break?
Ghost
I
Dad is
didn't
looking
mean
at
like
you.
IRL. I need to go.
I
15
know.
minutes. Be right back.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Ghost Dad's looking at you really impatiently. He's like continuing on down the trail.
Well, he's been waiting for how many years?
Question: how many years has he been waiting?
He's dead. He's not
I got
going
bit in the
anywhere.
ankle, okay, by a dog. It hurt.
He's looking at his watch and he's tapping his foot like, "Come on, guys. I don't have all night."
Malrin asked Catherine. So, Catherine, that was an interesting fighting style. Do dwarves normally fight for the ground like that?
We are one with the earth elf. If you hadn't have destroyed the evil beings, perhaps we would have had other words now, but congratulations.
So Matt, can we take the 15 or the short rest?
You can take a short rest. That's
Thank
the
you,
maximum
kind God, sir.
the maximum rest that you'll get. It's a short rest.
I'm healthy. I'm good. Don't waste any magics on me.
Where are these birds? Oh, the birds are chirping. Wilhelm's like his head's darting back and forth. Like, okay, it's nighttime. I thought, don't birds sleep at night? Like, what's
Birds.
going on
Oh,
here?
Forgot about the birds.
Guys, we should get going. We should follow Ghost Dad and get out of here. I have bad vibes. That guy's gonna come back and attack us. Let's go.
What,
Wilhelm,
what guy
eyes
will-
down.
Baracus, how did you recover? Am I able to do that?
Yes, you are. Go to your character sheet, the main page. Go all the way down to where you see HD. That's hit dice. So grab some hit dice and throw them on the chat tab. Boom! And you can have up to your level in dice.
Don't tell Miss Baracus. I wanted to kill somebody tonight.
There's still time.
There is still time. This, by the way, this session probably won't go the whole 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever we normally run, because you guys are pretty far into this, this adventure. Okay, so you guys kind of sit around. BKT, right? We need one. These guys came through the portal way earlier than the rest of you. We can just kill them off and they can make new characters to come through.
Well, Matt, I tried.
To what, die?
I willingly left the dog's reach there. That would have been hilarious if it worked. The knockdown effect, that is.
I know, if it knocked you prone, it would have ruined what you had planned, wouldn't it?
I would have crawled, man. I would have crawled.
I appreciate that.
What does Ghost Dad have for dessert? Tell us. Oh. Okay, so you guys can read the chat.
Don't read the thing underneath it.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So you guys continue on your journey. It is still night, strangely enough. And you know you slept for 8, 9, 10 hours. It should be daylight. But this has been just one weird, bizarre day.
That's well. Malrin has already said he thinks that we've entered the Shadowfell.
Yes.
I think you already self-debunk that.
Did I?
No, it
Yeah,
was me
I-
that told you that.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, you guys made some sort of check and you're like, no, it's not.
It's
You
not. Okay.
it's just nighttime forever for whatever reason.
We're getting to Bill Cosmo
Continue.
things there in chat because of Ghost Dad. You guys continue on following Ghost Dad. This when you start off, you were just going right through the woods, and he was passing through trees and rocks and all sorts of things. You're now on a path, and he's taking you through. It looks like an ancient, long forgotten trail through the woods. It was definitely built, and it was put here, but it's so overgrown. It's not been kept up. It doesn't look like much travels it. Perhaps like the odd animal. Deer and elk and things like that use it as migration tracks, but it's not been traveled by people in a long time. You travel for a few more hours, and after a while, you hear something. You hear a voice coming from what sounds to be above you. It's an odd little high-pitched voice, and it makes like a little clicking noise every once in a while it's talking. You just hear, "We know why you're here, and we don't like it. You are outsiders and don't understand the natural order of things."
I
Near-
warned Wilhelm to curl up into a ball and cover his ears and eyes.
Malrin will sigh with relief that somebody at least knows why we're here.
His head, Wilhelm's head's like darting around from tree to tree. It's like, oh my god, is it a talking bird? Please don't be a talking bird. And the voice continues on, "Nearsighted in your approach, and you should turn back."
I ask, why?
It is not advised that you continue on your journey. Great tragedy will befall if you continue on with your quest.
Befall who? Us or something more?
More. Why don't you guys all go
Oh,
ahead
dear.
and make me a perception check. You can make it out in the open. You don't need to make it in the tower. And yes, if Wilhelm does make it back to the camp, it is going to be very interesting what happens with Sparkly Shiny.
Can somebody please make it like over 15? No?
Yes.
Right.
By the way, there's a Kenku player that has joined, so yeah, if Wilhelm makes it back to the camper town, it's going to be freaking hilarious. Okay. So, Malrin, your eyes are darting back and forth, and you pinpoint the source of the sound. And you see this strange little creature thing standing in the trees that's
Aw,
talking
Rocky
down
Tail.
to you.
it's Ricky Tikki Tommy.
Exactly. Sorry, Matt.
Is it a squirrel?
It's some sort of little humanoid being. It's tiny. It's like the size of a squirrel, and it looks like a squirrel, but he's dressed and he's got belongings on him.
How
walk
high
on.
up is he?
How, what, sorry?
How high up is he?
Oh, he's a good 30, 40 feet above you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does
Thank you, Fumble
anybody
Table.
else see him?
You're the only one who's noticed him. So unless you point him out, the others haven't seen him. So, and he's picked up that you've noticed him, and he's looking like skittish now. He's kind of like pacing back and forth on the spot, like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do?
Malrin will call up and say, "We don't want to hurt you. If you know where we're going, tell us, because we don't know. We're just following this guy."
And you point at Ghost Dad?
Yeah.
So you address that straight at him?
Mhm.
Okay, so then the others pick up on the direction that you're speaking, and you all see this little creature that's talking down to you.
Any idea what this is, or are we like in Narnia now, basically?
Everybody talks down to me.
I tried to deceive Wilhelm, try to make him believe it's bird.
You want to deceive poor Wilhelm? Come on, the guy's got serious issues with birds. You don't want to do that to him.
I just want to hear the scream again, though.
All right, let's see. What did you roll?
I rolled deception. I think I did.
You beat him. You beat him. So what did you say? What happened?
It's a bird, run!
Oh my God! Where? Is it a talking bird? And he dives to the ground. He dives to the tree line and starts like putting branches and leaves on top of him. Tell me when it's gone, guys. Don't let him know I'm here.
I nudge sand, and I start laughing.
I look at Sand and say, "Halfling, how much do you weigh?"
You're not throwing me.
Halfling tossing.
Yeah, talk to the dwarf with that nonsense.
Halfling probably weighs less than the dwarf.
What are you saying?
Sorry, guys, I cut out there. I missed a bit of that.
They're just talking about
Oh.
throwing you. That's all.
We're talking about throwing the dwarf instead.
Dwarf tossing.
Yeah, instead of halfling tossing.
No, I really think the halfling probably weighs less than the dwarf.
Watership
And
down.
then
I'm
Baracus
pretty
interrupts
sure-
me like, the dwarf would probably have more of an impact.
So-
Hasn't midget tossing been made illegal?
That's not the proper nomenclature. Sand. But
Are we talking about gnomes now too?
so this thing's looking at you and goes, turn away.
Yes, but
Turn back.
What? Can you tell us what we're heading toward? We would love to get some information. Where's the sun? What's your name?
Shuck.
Talk to us. Well, hi, Shuck.
Hello.
Well, shucks.
I'm Malrin. You said he's 40 feet up in the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Malrin's going to go ahead and use his Misty Step,
Okay.
and he's just going to appear 10 feet below him in the tree, just casually, like not aggressively. Kind of like leaning back, but so that he can get conversational with him.
Did you like teleport over there with like a hammock?
Yeah, just kind of like lean up against the tree below him.
Oh, you're funny. That's funny. It's hilarious and kind of creepy. Just there lounging next to old Chuck. So you all of a sudden teleport within 10 feet of him, and he just starts skittering around like, oh, please turn back.
Oh, no, I'm a fairy elf. We'd never hurt a creature of the woods. Tell us what's ahead. It's okay.
Ancient structure. Integral to the forest and its survival.
Okay. Why does the ghost creature want us to go there? What does it want us to do?
We know you are going to destroy it.
Why would we do that?
To stop the ravagers coming through our forest and destroying things in its path.
Would destroying the thing destroy the ravagers or prevent them from coming through?
Wonders. He just clicks off. Yes. He says,
Do you like the ravagers? That wouldn't seem to be something you would be into.
no, they disrupt the order of the forest, but there must be. We will find a way. And he just seems very off-put by this.
Okay, so what good does this structure do besides helping the ravagers come in? There must be a reason why you want to not destroy it, right?
It is balance to the forest. Balance to the force. Star Wars on the mind.
Well, we're almost to Yoda here on the speech pattern, so I could buy it.
Oh, there's the puns. I knew the scroll would trigger the puns. He goes, order to the forest, ancient. We are old. We rely on altar from long forgotten peoples.
Can you help us stop the ravagers another way?
Force is the only way that we know.
Fighting the ravagers, you mean?
Correct.
So this thing, it powers a portal?
He tilts his head, confused.
How does the temple help the ravagers come here?
Trails off temple?
What did he refer to this thing as? I thought
Shrine. A shrine.
Shrine.
It's
sorry.
an ancient shrine.
How does the shrine help these ravagers come here?
We don't know, but it seems to drive them mad and they are drawn towards it.
Ah. Okay. Where do the ravagers come from?
From beyond the woods. We have seen their numbers amassing. We are afraid of what is to come.
Do you know where the sun went?
He doesn't say anything. He just stares at you blankly
Is
with
it
his
always
big
this
black
dark
squirrel
around here?
eyes.
We're used to seeing this bright thing in the sky about every 12 hours or so.
Yes, I am aware.
You notice it hadn't been around lately?
Your journey has set an imbalance to things.
We've unbalanced the sun with our walk?
Brackus interrupts. Wait, you're saying the sun disappearance is our fault? Holy crap.
Yeah, they're blaming
It-
everything on us.
Not the sun, but the forest itself. It's protecting itself from you.
Is that why we keep running into so many nasty things in the woods?
Yes?
Okay. Look, Malrin looks down at the party and kind of, opens his hands upward, like shrugs, like I'm kind of out of stuff. Is the sign he throws down to the party? Like, you got any ideas?
Brackus mistakes this and he throws a nut at you.
Great.
If our journey has disrupted the balance of the forest, can you help us get back through the portal to restore the balance?
It ponders for a moment and then answers you and says, "Your coming here has nothing to do with the imbalance. It is others."
You just said we caused the unbalance by walking through the. All right, never mind.
Maybe he meant this particular forest. Brackus
What
shrugs.
others?
This is beyond me.
What others caused the imbalance?
The Ravagers.
Who we're trying to stop?
Yes.
What are the Ravagers?
Those are the gnolls that you guys encountered before. They keep coming through the forest and they're on a murder spree, just killing everything in sight, and just like ruining this forest in swaths.
Just about how many Ravagers are there? I direct my question towards the squirrel.
Okay. The squirrel gets agitated and goes, Many, many. We see them gathering on the edge of the forest.
Many as in many times our number, and I gesture towards all of us.
Yes.
I take a deep sigh and I ask
Devil
the
dog.
squirrel another question. Do they
Yes.
have a leader? Somebody that's organizing the whole thing?
Not seen one.
Do they rummage in groups and do they seem organized to you?
Yes.
Then they must have a leader. One that has revealed himself or not. We should probably get to the bottom of it. And I think you should be the one to help us through the forest. That ghostly, whatever it is creeping me out.
Ghost Head?
Ghost Dad.
He
To be clear here, Squirrel, the 6 of us, unless you're going to help, are going to fight an army or break a shrine.
he nods repeatedly.
I say, what? We're not fighting an army, Sand. At least
yeah,
I'm not.
I'm ready to go back to camp.
Well, Malrin will look down and say, that doesn't solve anything. It still means that we're going to be running into a bunch of angry gnolls. Shuck, what do these gnolls do when they get to your shrine?
They've not made their way here yet. Beings of the forest have succeeded in holding them off, but they get closer each time.
Would you mind
Beings
if
of
we
the
saw the
forest.
shrine as long as we promised not to destroy it?
He ponders that question for a moment, and I will not stop you. I just ask that you not complete your task.
Again, we didn't know what the task was, so what are you called? Do you have a people here? Are you their leader?
I am Shuck.
Yeah, we got that part. Is Shuck part of like a bigger organizational talking squirrels or?
He says just Shuck.
Okay.
Do you identify as a squirrel or something else?
He seems confused by this question. Identifies as a squirrel. He doesn't answer you, and he seems very confused.
Is that a wand?
For could I ask?
Yeah, he's holding like a staff in his hand.
But it would be like a wand of Malrin?
A wand of Malrin?
No, it would be like a wand for Malrin, right? Because he's tiny.
It'll be even smaller. It'd be like a toothpick for Malrin.
Ah. Okay,
And a twig.
No go-go juice in that. All right. Interesting. All right.
I've
so
already lost
would,
it, Duff.
Shuck, would you lead us to your shrine then?
I will not show you the way. You can continue on, but I want no part in this. I just
there anything
came here
else?
to warn you, not to continue on.
Anything else you can tell us to help us? Do you know anything about the man who, or the person who set up the portal? The person who's bringing people here from other worlds?
I know not of a man, but I know that it has reactivated again after a very long time.
Okay. You aware of any other evil beings that are causing mischief in the area?
Just the Ravagers.
Right. Well, maybe they're connected.
I asked Malrin, did you ask him about the consequences of destroying the shrine, or is it's
The
kind
con-
of
the
vague saying
consequences?
that balance is
She,
in
he
balance?
again. He goes, "That you will bring imbalance. The forest. It is ancient. You must not disrupt the natural balance. I'm sure we will find a way to stop these Ravagers. I'm positive."
Baracus says something very, very mean and celestial towards the squirrel.
Right. Well, Shuck, it was nice to meet you.
Wait,
We'll go have a look at
before
your.
we go, there's that. Do we not have that parchment anymore?
Oh, you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
do have.
Malrin has it, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna make me dig that up.
Perhaps our short friend knows something about that.
What were
And
they-
the
was-
journal too.
It was in an old language or something. One
Yep.
that we couldn't quite read.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You guys are making me dig up this old stuff. All right.
Somehow
Yeah.
the Raven Queen doesn't understand this own language at all.
So you want to show the pages to Shuck?
Yeah. He'll wave Shuck down, pat it on the shoulder, and say, "Come on down." We'll,
All right. He skitters down the tree. And you show him the pages. And why don't we take a break there? Let's take a 5 to 10 minute break. Okay, we are back. Thank you everybody for sticking around with us while we took a brief break. All right, so we left off with these guys asking about some pages that they picked up on the first adventure they went on, in a temple that they cleared out with a weird, corrupt guy who had a funky mask and was turning people who were going through the portal into. He had a whole room of zombies that had the brand on their arms, and these guys cleared out the temple, the zombies, and the guy who was turning people into zombies. Thanks for the welcome back, Shorty. So you want to ask Shuck about those pages, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let's get these pages up. We'll show people what we're talking about, and I'll reshow them for you. We had that one with a really weird, funky creature coming through what looks like a portal. Yeah, devil dog about time. I know, right? And then you had another one that had a really, really weird, creepy sort of being on it as well.
Pan's Labyrinth vibe.
Right? You guys have a couple items here. So you want to present these to Shuck, and so he skittered his way down the tree when you made friendly Malrin with him. And you've shown him no ill will. You've not tried to attack him or anything as well. Wilhelm is looking from underneath his twigs and branches and leaves, and he sees a squirrel. He's kind of gets up, looks around, brushes himself off, does the old hopefully nobody saw me kind of thing, when you trip and fall in public, and slowly saunters over.
Baracus tells him, well, turns out it was a squirrel.
And Wilhelm is like, I can see that, thanks.
Barry?
Did you ask him the squirrel or Wilhelm?
Wilhelm.
Shut up. I don't like you, he says. The rest, you're okay.
I don't like me either.
You're okay. This guy, I don't like him. You're right up there with birds, pal. I can't trust you.
Oh man, that hurts my feelings, Wilhelm.
Anyways, what are these pages you guys have?
Things that we found in a temple nearby, or a old abandoned complex, connected to the being that has brought us here and is dabbling with undead and necromancy. We believe him to be quite evil, and these writings seem to be tied to a mosaic on the wall that depicted a great battle between worlds. We seek to understand this, perhaps shed some light on why we're here and what this portends.
Job, you guys are taking notes. It's right. You guys found a fresco in that temple, right? With a portal in the middle and two armies on either side of the portal. Good job. You guys impressed me. Shuck looks it over and he ponders and thinks, and he looks at the words really closely, and he clicks. I know not this language.
Have you seen it before? Do you know other places that have these writings?
I do not. You can tell he's hesitant in answering you. He's not. He's trailing off.
Let's go ahead and do our 5e version of a sense motive here, which is insight.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Probably something the paladin should be doing.
Throw in the tower. Let's watch that nice new tower light up when you drop dice in it.
All right.
Where did I find this? These pictures? I found them online. I just googled them. I wish I drew these. Malrin, you're like, he's kind of hesitant, but I think he's telling the truth.
I'm gonna look down to the dwarf. I'm gonna say, you buying what he's selling?
I don't know. He's kind of shifty.
Do we want a good cop, bad cop this?
It's kind of nutty.
Malrin will look at him and say, I sense a hesitancy to share information which
You did.
Understandable, because you've
You
only
did
just
not,
met us.
Malrin. You did not. You're like,
Oh,
this guy seems to be on the
okay.
level.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well then, yeah, Malrin will look at him and nod and say, who could we ask for help on these things?
Like you're asking about the parchments themselves.
Mhm. Does he know I don't know, a fox or
It's
a
gotta be some
badger?
Cheyenne honey badger.
Probably an owl.
Yeah, is there a wise old owl about? Maybe a turtle that's seen a lot. You know, they live a long time.
Takes a fancy to lollipops.
Yeah, yeah. He thinks about it for a while, and he goes, trails off this clicking. Goes, Rycan may be able to help you.
Who is this Rycan figure?
He lives in the forest to the west.
After seeing you, it should be more of a what is this, Rycan?
He is a man.
Thank God.
Which direction are we going in?
You guys are continuing on north down the trail. Northwest. Oh, the party found these in a temple. In their very first... Sorry, the chat's asking where you guys found these. In a temple from their very first adventure after they came through the portal. They were asked to go to that area and clear out something, and they were double-crossed by a guy in the camp who was funneling other rejects who had come through the portal to this temple and turned them into zombies and doing horrible things to them. But they killed him. You don't need to worry about him anymore. Or
Good
do
job,
you?
Devil Dog.
Or do you?
Keeping us all in line with your straight lore from the outhouse.
So are we going now?
What's going on?
Where are we going, Sand?
Are
Yeah,
we going down this path?
We're going to the.
Yeah, you guys going to the path or turning back and going to camp or where you came through.
No, we're going to the shrine.
Hey,
We're going to
squirrel
the
dude,
shrine
want to
now?
come with us?
He goes, "No, I will not accompany you."
Come on, I got a great pocket.
He seems very
I
confused.
think everybody looks at you funny.
Yeah, he seems very confused by your offer. And like Baraka said, everybody else turns at you and is like, "What?"
I want a pet.
Well, it's not as bad as mine. I got a couple of nuts here for you.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, okay. So with that, Chuck, you guys are done asking him serious questions. He skitters off into the forest.
I
Oh,
did
That's
say,
too bad.
wait,
I could have
where's
swung
the,
him around with
Rosham?
Mage Hand.
Where's the Rosham guy? Reshiram?
Right,
I can't
Rycan. Rycan. Rochambeau.
To the
Right.
west.
Wow,
Is that
I'm
all-
starting to
Off
like
we
butter
go.
off Pokemon names now. Good job.
It's alright.
My vote is for getting these things deciphered because the shrine thing, and he puts up air quotes, there's an army in front of it.
Not in front of it, no. So, to kind
The
of just...
wood things are protecting it still.
Yes, so there are groups of Ravagers making their way into the forest, drawn with a mad bloodlust to this shrine. They've determined that they're drawn to the shrine, and they're just decimating everything in their path. And they get closer and closer every time. So you've been asked to go in there and destroy this shrine to end the Ravagers from coming into the forest. But you've also encountered beings tonight on this quest pleading with you not to destroy it.
We're burning the whole bloody forest.
Some of you are horrible people, your players. Your
I
characters,
thought
mean.
that was the whole point.
You truly are murder hobos.
We're broken.
You're all rejects. You're not wrong, but it doesn't mean you're all horrible people. You can all be rejects for different reasons.
Well, we've established that the dwarf's a horrible person.
Wow.
All I do is sigh.
That was out of character. All right, let's
So Baracus asks Malrin, what should we do? There's a guy that knows about these that could decipher this language, maybe. Or we go over to the shrine and do something to it.
Well, I think we should find this shrine. We don't know if the ghost will ever be here again to lead us.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad. The squirrel doesn't want to take us. I don't think the forest is going to make it easy for us. We may want to know where the shrine is, even if we don't decide to do anything now, and we're almost here. So why not finish what we started, find the shrine, see if there's any clues at the shrine, and then we can decide whether to return to camp or do something elsewise, maybe destroy the shrine.
I vow to the forest not to destroy the shrine until I get to it.
Brackus turns over to Cathra and say, do you agree? Go over to the shrine?
It's the first thing that I've agreed with the elf saying this whole time.
Of course she agrees. It's the smart thing to do. I mean, she probably only knows it's smart because she heard me say it, but of course she agrees.
I love the infighting in this group.
Brackus shrugs, turns to Sand, says, sorry you didn't get a pet. But it looks like we're going over to the shrine.
The vote is onward to the shrine?
Kaladar, what say you?
Yeah, let's go take a look at the shrine so we can at least know where it is before we lose it altogether.
Sounded good.
Okay. So Ghost Dad's, impatiently waiting on you while you guys weigh your options. And breaks.
Really impatient for something that's dead.
Hey, he's got a lot of things to do in the afterlife. He's got to get back to his daughter who talks to him all the time. They have a very good relationship.
All right, we will follow Ghost Dad to the shrine.
All right, so Ghost Dad continues leading you on for what seems to be hours. This is probably the longest stretch that you've gone through so far. And as it keeps going, again, you're continuing on down this ancient path. And the path, you look at it a little closer, and these are like ancient cobblestones. So this is actually built. This isn't just a dirt path. Someone at some time, or some people at some time, lived here. There was a civilization, and this meant something.
I think we asked this last session, but Ghost Dad doesn't know what happened to the civilization.
Ghost Dad doesn't talk. Remember, he just points.
Well, we asked what's her face.
Oh, right. Right. You asked her to translate for Ghost Dad. Right, and Ghost Dad did not know. But Ghost Dad doesn't talk to you.
He just points.
Yeah, Ghost Dad's too good to talk to you.
Brack is continuously making small talk with Ghost Dad, but continuously just talking to himself at the same time.
Brack is not making a lot of friends over here in the new world. So you guys carry on for hours, and eventually you come to this this clearing. Who's rolling dice?
I was testing my Shadow Blade.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who's rolling dice for what reason? We're attacking the forest. You guys make your way to this opening and clearing. Bear with me. You see this ahead of you. So the forest is engulfing above and all around you. It's dense. This is an ancient area. You get weird, eerie vibes as you enter into it. The hairs stand up on the back of your neck as you approach. You feel like you're being watched from every direction. And dead ahead of you, you see this strange stone shrine. Yes, go ahead.
Can I use my last divine sense? Evil, good, what is it?
It's neutral. The squirrel told us that.
What, you get your evil stink that you get?
Yep.
What's it smell
Yes.
like, Catherine?
And any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet. Um, yeah. Go ahead. You can use that.
What does it smell like?
Mostly moss.
Essentially, it smells like a forest. Trees, moss.
Maybe a bit of Wilhelm.
Maybe a bit of Wilhelm's pants when he thought there was birds nearby. The stank coming from him.
So Cather conveys that there's no evil stench.
Correct.
Nor a good one, Barakas points out.
Correct.
What's good smell like, you two? What does good smell like?
Yes, the sweetest perfume.
Team
Oh.
spirit.
Team spirit.
Oh, I was hoping cookies. Okay. So you don't pick up anything with your spidey senses?
Is it a tree stump? What is it?
It's a rock altar made of stone, and it's been chiseled or carved, and it appears to be ancient.
It actually kind of looked like a tombstone from the picture.
It kind of does in that picture. Yeah.
Looks like an
I
old
say-
tree stump.
It looks like a dude.
Oh, we're being raided by Greyhawk again.
42?
They're
Uh-oh.
back. No. Welcome, Greyhawk channel. Thank you for raiding us again. Come, join us. We're wrapping up our adventure for the night here soon. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the
That's
cheers.
a lot of bits.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think that deserves a Wilhelm scream.
Okay, I can give him a couple Wilhelms for that. Oh, a new follower. Thank you so much.
In the picture, are those birds over top of the stone?
That's just an artist's interpretation. There are no birds there right now. But good eye. Because Wilhelm would not be anywhere near you if there was birds there.
Can we
Barakas
approach?
nudges San, like, do you want birds? Because I can, like, Eldritch Blast a couple of trees, and they'll be everywhere.
You're such a horrible, horrible person.
I
Malrin
mean,
wants
I
to
can
appro-
just minor illusion some up.
Yes, thanks
Go
again
ahead,
for the raid.
Malrin.
This is awesome. This is two sessions in a row that we've been raided by you guys, and it's awesome every time.
Malrin will approach the shrine.
Okay.
I'll walk with them as a witness, I guess.
Okay.
I'll go as well. I'm curious and I want to find anything of value.
I
So
put
long
my
as you-
warhammer away
Greedy
and
little
walk
bugger.
behind.
All right, so you guys all.
Sam.
Follow the group. Is it like a stone altar where it's like two pillars and a cross piece, or is it just like a podium, or
It is just almost like just a stone structure. It has no markings on it. It has no writing or anything. If you weren't told or were guided to this thing and known or told it was something special, you wouldn't have known that. But it's definitely been carved and put there by someone. But it's caked in like moss and it's stained from like rain and mold, and it seems like it's been there forever, like it's part of the forest. But it's not a natural structure or a natural stone structure.
I'm going to start clearing it off as best I can.
Okay, you start dusting it off. Yeah, you do that. You start working away. You kind of take your forearm and start rubbing some of the moss off. You take one of your daggers and start scraping away at it.
Is there any written language
Not
on it?
quite a dagger, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm
Your fingernails, your toenails.
How about your sleeve?
absolutely my toenails all day long.
You are a halfling, so I don't know.
So is there any written language on it?
There's not. There's no markings whatsoever on this thing when you start to clear pieces away.
I thought you said something was carved in it.
No, there's nothing carved in it. Sorry. Nothing
Oh,
carved,
okay.
no writing, no nothing, no images.
Malrin wants to lay his open palm on the stone. He's going to close his eyes and see if anything happens, if he picks up any vibes.
Yeah, you lay your palm on it, close your eyes, and you're overcome with a sense of serenity, of calmness.
So is natural state then?
Just old
Kind of
Malrin.
looks like a headstone. Should we see if there's anything buried around it?
Does detect magic reveal anything in the area?
Does it detect anything? It does, yeah.
Hold on just a minute. Let me make sure I have that spell.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Your crazy
Hey.
spells and whatever you've got up your sleeve.
It'll take him a minute because he has to study his book for about 10 minutes, but
Mm-hmm.
he'll do that and he'll detect magic the area. What can you tell us about what type of school of magic it radiates and the strength of it and so forth?
You do not read a specific like school of magic per se, but this object, let's call it an obelisk, essentially, does radiate a type of magic that you're not familiar with.
How far out does it radiate?
As far as the radius of your spell.
So it's projecting. Well, he can move it, I believe. Let me just take a look. The description.
Presence within 30 feet of you. So I guess as you move, it would move with you,
So
right?
he'll begin to walk away from it and see how far it is affecting.
Start running in circles. It's everywhere you go, you're sensing it. And
So
within that
he's not
30-foot
fast.
radius. Yes. As far as you can tell.
What's Ghost Dad doing?
Ghost Dad is floating next to this thing.
Okay. So Malrin will throw the now what sign with his hands, kind of flip them up in the air.
What, Ghost Dad?
Brachus translates. Now what?
Ghost Dad just points at the obelisk or shrine.
Yeah.
I shrug back to Malrin.
Guys,
Should
we
we
are new
blast
to
it?
this world. We are new to this world. It represents an old order. We're clearly not part of the order. Do we want to destroy this thing so we can move on?
I'm kind of worried about what that squirrel said about balance, though. Like, what do you mean?
Malrin will look at. Was that Sam that said that?
No, it was Baracus that said that.
Oh, Baracus. He'll look at Baracus and he'll say, "I see why they took your wings. We can't destroy it.
Oh, that was sand.
It was sand. Okay.
Oh,
That was
gonna
me,
say-
yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He'll look at sand and he'll say, what are you talking about? We can't just destroy it because a ghost tells us to. How do we know we're not going to make things worse?
Hey, a ghost and his bear human daughter, or whatever the hell that
she wasn't
thing was.
human.
Halfling, show some respect, man. This is magic and sacred ground long before we were born. I say we leave this place and help the woodland creatures destroy anybody who tries to harm it.
And now we're making a
Ugh.
fairy tale.
Yeah, well, I mean, Malrin's basically a fairy, so he's not about to destroy the thing that looks like it should be in the middle of the fairy woods. He's going to look over at the Ghost Dad one more time and say, "Can you do anything besides point at that? We've made the trip. We're not going to destroy it without a little more explanation. And frankly, I don't know how we would destroy it."
I mean, we kind of do know how we can destroy it. It's made of stone, right? And I kind of tap on it with my index finger knuckle. It's just
Okay.
stone.
Cather grabs his hand and says, No.
Its magical power is vast, bigger than anything I've ever seen. So I don't know that it would be wise for us to smash this without knowing, even if we could, which I'm not sure that we can. But this, please, Ghost, tell us, communicate, tell us why we should destroy this thing.
He's just unflinching.
Maybe we should just carve our names into it so that everybody knows we were here.
Bracket says, let's not do that. Let's not touch it until we figure out exactly what it is. And I kind of point over to Malrin. What is it?
I think it is the heart and the soul of the forest.
Cathra, what does Helm think we should do with it?
Cathra follows Helm?
No, it's Tyr. Tyr,
That's what I
Tyr
thought.
the maimed.
Sorry, what does Tyr think we should do?
Tyr always teaches us to respect and smite evils, and this is neither evil nor good. So I say we leave it and kill anything that tries to harm it.
I agree. I agree with the dwarf. It was hard.
Did
to
I
say.
hear that correct, Elf?
Yes. Yes.
Agree with me?
Oh, it's a first.
That was totally in character.
Brackus kind of wished he had a recording stone on him. That was lovely.
She's right. We must protect this.
In chat, I'm not really sure if recording stones even exist. Please clarify.
I got a request here to show off the dice tower. Look at that. Look, it lights up when you hover it with dice. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, guys. It looks showing off amazing work here.
All right.
Hey, Wilhelm, what do you think we should do? I'm just kidding. You're afraid of birds.
Wilhelm's like, we should get out of here. You guys said you got a camp. There's a portal. Let's get back there. Let's regroup and let's just get out of this place. It's weird, man.
I feel like we should go kill some gnolls.
I agree.
Malrid looks at you. We're going to have to stop doing that. It's unsettling.
Him screaming?
And hilarious. I mean, what?
No, I mean agreeing.
Perhaps we can just pretend that we're not and carry on as we were.
Indeed.
I thought you said we should protect this thing. That means be near it, right?
We can't protect it ourselves yet. We're not going to destroy it, but I would like to go find the gnolls and kill their leader.
Where's their leader?
I imagine behind the gnolls.
You guys don't know. You've
Don't
learned.
know that yet.
Yes.
To be a pragmatist here, this will put us, potentially protecting us, will ally with the forest. Killing gnolls will do the same, or destroying it will potentially put the environment wanting to destroy us.
Or destroy the entire forest. Who knows?
Who knows?
No,
I mean, that might not be the worst thing either. We need farmland, right?
Stop. Just stop.
Malrin.
Brackus was
laying down
kind
the law.
of hasty with his words, and he clarifies, not destroy the forest, I mean destroy everything in it. Period.
Let's head back to camp. He's just like
Malrin is getting fidgety now, and he's getting upset.
yes.
Just wants to go. Okay.
Come on, Elf, walk up front with me.
No, he's walking him back. He wants to keep his eye on the murder hobos.
Stay away from the damn shrine, you murder hobos. Sand is trying to slink behind you, I bet, to carve his name in there or something.
Malrin's going to reflect on his life choices next forever.
On the friends that he's chosen. Well, you didn't
Yes.
really choose them. You're stuck with these guys.
So is Baracus.
All right, we're gonna. Shall we head back to camp? Do we know how to get back to camp?
That's a good question. Do you think Ghost Dad will
Ca-
tell us the way? Because he's been pointing at this thing for a couple of minutes now.
Ghost Dad will not tell you the way back, but you have a pretty good idea of the way you came. You've been following a trail for the good portion of this, and before you got to the trail, you did find a road where you encountered the Darklings.
Kind of wish we put a leash on that squirrel, or put him in Sand's pocket. That would have been a good place. Squirrel.
Just held on to him with my mage hand the entire time.
That would have worked.
Pretty sure Sand's not going to be allowed to live within 300 yards of a park.
So you guys
What
want
did
to?
Sand do?
All right.
They didn't
let's,
do anything. You guys want to make your way back? It's going to take some time because you're going to have to try and remember your surroundings and where you came from. But you're pretty sure that you guys can make it back to the camp.
I'm so glad we walked all this way and almost died.
We didn't almost die. She did, though. And Brackus points at the dwarf.
He has a plan for me, and it was not to die on that day.
Yeah, I must have take control of my body or something. That was weird. Tell
I
Bear to
already
stay out of my
thanked
body.
you.
I think you mean night, and this night does not seem to be over.
Have you guys have set off?
We have.
Okay.
Is Ghost Dad doing anything?
Nope. Ghost Dad is remaining at the shrine, pointing at it.
All right, main sentry, buddy. And I salute at the Ghost Dad for the final time.
Okay.
Creepy little weirdo.
Creepy old Ghost Dad. So you guys start making your way back the way you came, and you eventually get to the spot where you encountered Shuck, your little squirrel friend, and you kind of look around. You know, it's a few hours travel to get there. You're hoping maybe he's here again. No sign of Shuck. A few hours after that, you make your way back to the crossroads where one of you
Can I
almost
leave a nut
perished.
for him, Matt?
Yeah, of course you can. You can find a nut lying around and just leave it in the middle of the path.
Well, kind of close to the tree, so he
Sure,
would actually
sure.
grab it.
Okay. You guys make your way back to the crossroads where you encountered the white and his ghost dogs. And if you remember correctly, he told you to go down the other path to go back the way you came. He gave you the option. Either don't continue on, or I will oppose you, or take this path back the way you came.
Yeah, let's take the advice of the evil undead thing.
Well, was he evil undead, or was he... Yeah.
Probably possessed evil undead. Most undead don't want to be undead. I point out to Sand.
Does that path go west?
It goes northeast. Or, yeah, it was northeast in that direction. Or on that map.
Do we have a map?
You do not have a map. You had a map
I
for
wish
that
I had a-
encounter, and it went northeast on that map.
So would that be a different direction than the direction that we've come?
You
from?
don't foresee a reason why it would be. It seems about right.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll take that path.
Okay, so you
We'll
take... Go ahead.
Wait a minute, wait. So we're not going back to camp now, we're going a different direction?
No,
No, we're
this
going
was
back
to
to
lead
camp,
you
but-
back to
Oh.
camp. That
Yeah,
path.
the-
Okay, so we're going back to camp. Good.
I think the difference was the direction we were traveling from was the direction of the Ghost Dad's house, which wasn't necessarily the direction of camp.
Right. Because
So
you
map on-
encountered
or
Sinmala after the encounter, you met up with Sinmala after you left the temple, and she took you to your house. So she took you like off in a whole nother direction within the forest. And then Ghost Dad led you off from there.
So, Matt, on the battle map, is that the two directions just leading off? That's not really meaning anything, right? So there's a northwest, northeast, and a south.
Right, and you guys came from the
battle map.
south. You came from the south towards the crossroads, right?
Okay.
All right, northwest was the shrine.
Shrine.
Northeast is the camp.
Affirmative.
All right. Cool.
So you travel back in the direction of the camp, and in about 5 to 10 minutes time, it dawns on you that the sun has come back. Sunny, blue skies. You hear normal forest noises.
Birds.
The occasional bird, and you got Wilhelm just darting his head around whenever that happens. He sticks close to whoever's near him, probably Kaladar, because Kaladar is the biggest. You know, he kind of scuttles up to him whenever that happens.
I've never been so off-put by the sun.
And you're a strange fellow. So, you guys continue on, and it takes you about a half day, but you start to get closer and closer to the direction of where you believe the camp is. Sorry. And as you get closer, you can actually see the portal in the distance. And as you're approaching, you make out the what appears to be a small humanoid creature. Really, really small in stature. Poking around. What appears to be some like set traps or something.
Do these traps seem to be intended for game, or are they intended to stop something?
No, they appear to be for game, and it looks like there's an animal caught in. Looks like that weird kind of alien creature you've never seen before.
Okay. Is it
I
alive?
want one.
We call them scrappets.
Is it alive?
No, it's dead in the trap.
Wow.
Dinner.
Right?
Yeah, if it's dead, let's eat it.
I think. Oh,
Just
is
watch
it?
out for that pokey bit.
So, the little humanoid creature notices you and turns to you, and almost out of nowhere, a large, what appears to be like a half orc, also comes out of the brush and notices you. You see that guy, and you see this little person. Appears to be a halfling with unusually long ears. And you notice them, and they notice you. And you kind of stand there staring at one another in shock, because these are the first people you've seen outside of the tortured, left for dead, bruised and battered humans that you saved in the temple there.
I exclaim, "Greetings! Are you the ones that laid out these traps? Seems like you caught something." And I point at the dead creature over there.
Yes, this was my trap.
Yes. Wait, Kilgore, are these your friends?
No, my friends were just a little halfling named Fiddly and a big guy named Kellen, and I can't find them.
Oh. Well, we'll find them. We promise to find them. Who are you?
I am Baracus, and these are my lackeys. Teammates.
Amalia is
I point at
pounding on
sand.
Kilgore's shoulder, so she's like way high up on his shoulder. She's like looking over everybody like, hi!
Call me a lackey again.
I get really close to your face, right next to your ear, and I say, lackey. And then I pull away.
Oh boy.
I barge my way through and say, I am Cather Oakbroaden. Pleasure to meet you, miss.
Good to meet you too.
And there's the dwarf. And then I kind of run away over to Malrin.
I'm Malrin, and As for these, well, he shrugs.
Well,
You've come
then-
These
You can
what,
call me
friend?
Stan.
Well, hello, everyone.
You've come through the portal.
Yes, I arrived here shortly after Killentor and Fiddly did.
Are you the only ones, or are there more?
There are more back at the camp.
We are much more.
There are many.
At least
we
we
have-
spared them from that constable fellow, I whisper in Malrin's ear.
We have much to discuss, and we have found a cache of weapons nearby, which should help us to equip everyone. These are dangerous woods. There is an army of humanoids about, likely to attack.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we. Doing the Home Alone face. Oh no.
Let's
Side
let's
note
go to
to you guys, the group. Fiddly and Kellen were the names of the human and halfling that you rescued from the temple that were chained up in that kitchen that Kilgore
Sweet.
was asking about.
They
Oh, so
didn't die.
these guys know about us then.
The word may have gotten back.
Okay, so but Fiddly is not here now, right?
Nope. These are two different people.
How far are we from camp?
Not far.
Let us. It's been a long night. It's been a really long night. Let's perhaps
Haha.
time
A
for
couple of
rest.
days of night, actually. We'll explain later.
Come along. I'm going to cook for everyone. So please come along. I'll feed you. Everything will be fine.
Yes, and we even have some scrabbits here. And we should have some. There should be some that snaky boar left too from earlier.
We did find a serpentine boar in our earlier travels. That is also available for tasting if you're interested. But we did just come. I came by with Kilgore to help him find his traps and see if he caught anything, and it looks like he did. So we have new game to have for food.
What are they called, Kilgore?
Scrabbits.
Scrabbits!
Scrabbits for everyone.
What about ale? Do you have ale?
Unfortunately, no.
No, I'm sorry. But we do
We
have fresh
shall have to
water.
remedy this.
Although we do have a guy at camp who is constantly whining about not having any kind of liquor. So
This is
and we have a
true.
little gnome wizard who's an alchemist who says he might be able to distill some, providing he can find the proper ingredients.
Fantastic.
There's
Sally
talk
forth
of a
then.
tavern.
I was a bootlegger a long time ago. We just need to find some sugar.
How long have
No
you two been
worries
here?
there. Oh, hey Matt.
You guys have been here a matter of days.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
and Kilgore has been
Oh.
here for
2
2
weeks? 3
weeks?
weeks? Yes. Which is longer than the group has been here. The group's been here for about 2 weeks, and Kilgore's been here for about 3 weeks. So he actually predates you coming through the portal.
Why didn't Kilgore kill the constable?
there was no constable. It was just three of us.
3 of you?
Yes, Fiddly, Kellentor, and I.
How did you
No,
come not to
nobody
have
named maybe Toth?
Never heard of it.
Goth. No.
Did
Well, you never will now.
I whistle in the background.
But Kellentor and Fiddly used to have not been seen since they were kidnapped and sold to goblins.
Yes. We promised to help Kilgore find his friends once we moved our camp to a more resourceful area, which we found.
They did. A new camp is being planned right now in Portal's Reach.
Everyone is trying to get things together so that we can prepare for the big move.
I suppose
like-
we should probably show him our findings, eh? And I kind of nudge Malrin. Show him the thing.
Let's get to camp and have a little food. I'd like in the morning. Or what time of day is it right now, Matt?
You guys left camp at what time? Mid morning? No,
originally-
the Kilgore
Remember,
and
we
Amalia.
left at night, no matter where we were.
Mhm.
Right. So we don't. We
Time
don't
was
really have a
abstract
sense of
for you
time.
guys, but Amalia
Yeah.
and Kilgore left at a certain time. What time did you guys leave camp? Go
Um,
check the traps.
Morning?
Early in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning. Because it was raining and yeah.
All right, so we're gonna have
It's
some
like-
serious jet lag.
Non-stop raining right now.
Yeah. Malrin says, "I'd like as soon as we can to organize a party to return to the complex and recover the weapons."
Please, yeah. Let's go back and we can talk with others and see if we can find others that will help us to go and find this cache you speak of.
Very well.
You look so starved. Let me help you with that.
Don't think I can eat the scrabbit though. It's too cute.
It's okay. Would you
It's
like
already
nuts and
dead,
berries?
so-
I have nuts and berries in my bag. Let me find them for you. Here, please have him.
Perhaps some boar. That is, it's less.
Oh, I made some boar stew.
I think
Early.
that
I have a-
sounds good.
Question for Kilgore. That weird serpentine boar thing, is it more snake tasting or boar tasting?
It's more boar tasting.
Sweet bacon's on the menu, boys.
Okay, so you guys
Lead on.
yeah, follow the two of them back to the camp, and we're gonna leave off there. You're now part of Portal's Reach, and you guys can continue this on over in the Discord channel, where all the other players have been talking and chatting and plotting like crazy, and that's where they're planning what they want to build in the town. Once they establish it nearby, you can find out exactly where they're going and why and what they found, and sign up for more adventures after that.
Yes, we plot and plan to throw wrenches in the DM's plans all
They
the
do it
time.
all the time. That is the truth.
It's already begun with the movement of the game.
Yeah, we never thought of that. That was not planned for. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for playing. Thank you to our two special guests for jumping and joining us here at the end of the session. And Amai, who is playing Amalia, she is the one who designed this new overlay as well. Thank you again. This is so cool
No problem.
and adds a whole
I had
nother
so much
level.
fun.
And thank you to all of our viewers. Thank you again to Greyhawk for rating us.
Awesome.
Thanks, Greyhawk, for the raid.
We got to share the love. We're going to send some raids your way.
Matt, thank you too for running the game.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes,
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks so
You're
much.
wonderful
Everybody have a
to
good
watch.
Thanks,
night.
Matt.
Thanks, Matt.